What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you guys your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. Go ahead and check them out in the description to this video. We have them linked there. So we are going over our top 10 severe weather events for 2022. Today we're at number 9. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, a blast from the past, and then getting into today, we've got another risk for the west, more wind and more flooding as well expected out there. Before that trough shifts off to the east, it's going to make it over the Rockies into the Central Plains and then eventually the southeast. So we will have more risks to come here in the next couple of days. But before we get into all of our weather, Hail Trace 4.0 is live right now. If you guys may have noticed some changes on your app and on the website and everything, if you have any questions, feel free to call us at that number there, 855-334-4245, and we'll be happy to walk you through the update. But it's got some really cool features out there, so just letting you guys know that the update is out and we're ready to, again, walk you through anything that you may have questions about. Then we are going to be at the SRC Summit on January 29th through the 31st in Dallas, Texas. You guys can use the promo code HAIL to register for that, and it's going to be at the Embassy Suites Convention Center. So if you guys are in or around Dallas at the end of January, come say hello to our Hail Trace crew. So now we're getting into the top 10 severe weather events of 2022. Here we are at number 9. I don't know, a lot of you from the south probably remember April 4th through the 6th. There was a storm outbreak in the southeast, 100 preliminary tornadoes from that. 9 of those were EF2s, 3 were EF3s, 1 EF4 that went through the city of Pembroke, Georgia. Also dropped baseball-sized hail. You can see that right there with that little purple swath off in Georgia. Pretty intense little storm, did quite some damage through there. And then a ton more swaths through the area. We got hits in Montgomery, Alabama. Dallas-Fort Worth Metro was hit by severe hail and also narrowly missed by severe winds and a tornado. So a lot of swaths that hit city centers and a lot of swaths in general for hail, wind, and tornadoes. All 3 risks. The total damage to vehicles, businesses, infrastructure, everything that NOAA has finally come out with was $1.4 billion from all of these storms from this outbreak. So that brings this one in at number 9 of our top 10 severe weather events. We'll get into number 8 tomorrow. So now, if you guys are in the west, I'm sure you're well aware that there has been a series of troughs hitting you over and over and over, bringing all that rain, bringing all that wind. We have one right now, and that's going to continue for your risk today through California and Nevada. Not all the time, especially this time of year that you see risks out there. But nonetheless, we have one today, and then that trough is going to make it up and over the mountains and into the South Plains. Now, on Wednesday, it's going to continue to bring storms through the area and then off into the south and east by Thursday. So potential to see, again, back-to-back-to-back severe weather risks in mid-January. Who would have guessed that? And then as it continues to track through the southeast Thursday into Friday, we're seeing that trough start to deepen. Potential to see more intense storms on Thursday than the Wednesday storms as those shift off. And then we have another trough getting ready to make its way through. So hopefully things dry out a little bit out west and we can see a little bit of a shift in our pattern here for you guys out in the California and neighboring states here. But this is what we've got right now. You can still see that spinning there from that trough and continuing to bring all of that rain into the area. And with that, we've got high winds, and you need something to push that wind down to the surface, and that's what that rain is doing. So we got that flooding risk, and that rain on top of that is bringing us a wind risk into the area from that trough. Now, as the trough shifts off to the east, it's going to move into this nice warm area here. 73 in Dallas, 71 in Houston, only 57 in Atlanta, but there's a little bit time to warm that up into the coming days before that trough shifts off through the area. So, getting back to today's risk through California. Got that rain shifting through and then snow on the eastward side of the mountains, but anywhere with that precip is also going to see a risk for wind. So by around the noon hour, seeing plenty of rain and snow moving through Vegas, through San Francisco, through Los Angeles. There we are by 2:30 Pacific time. And then finally things starting to shift off to the east, tapering off a little bit for the west coast before that next round. begins to make its way through for your Wednesday morning. But that is going to get us a wind risk. Here is our model's predicted future wind gusts here along the west coast. Obviously, we got some brighter colors there, and towards the Vegas area as well by around noon, could be seeing some heavy winds tracking through. There we go by 2. Still a potential to see some winds near severe limits, where it's purple is 50 plus, so nearing severe limits around Southern California, around Vegas, and again along the west coast where that trough is driving through. Then things should shift east, but again, we could see more rounds for you guys out along the west coast. So we'll keep you updated on what's happening there over the next few days. But this is today's risk. Gonna skip the mountains there for our wind forecast, putting things off to the east and west of them. But if you guys are anywhere from San Francisco all the way down into LA, could see some severe winds as well as a potential for tornadoes once again today. Those are going to be pretty scattered. Low-end chances for severe wind gusts as well as tornadoes, but a risk nonetheless. And it's going to look pretty similar, except no tornado risk once we get off into Las Vegas and Cedar City, Utah. Going to have more of a straight line gust chance for you guys out there. Then into tomorrow, that's when things could pick up for the southeast once again. Got some good news and bad news for you guys out there, depending on, your perspective, I guess. You guys are in Arkansas. Initially, we're expecting to see a lot of storms through the area. However, it looks like that cold front's going to be a little bit weaker upon its arrival, maybe intensifying a little bit on Thursday. So here's what storms are going to look like initially as they go up through Arkansas. Could potentially see just a couple of cells going up late at night. There we are at 9:30 Central Time, just to the east of Fort Smith. Could potentially see some hailers as well as a risk for tornadoes out of that little cell. Not seeing much intensification until, again, Thursday morning. So if you guys are in Arkansas, this might skip you for the most part. Could just skirt along the northern part of the state, southern part of Missouri, into Kentucky before we see that line really go up onto Thursday morning. So for instability, it's there. It's just that cold front now is pretty weak. We have that heat and we have that, again, instability in the atmosphere. It's just we need that cold front to really strengthen as it goes through the state. So got just moderate values by around 9 p.m. once those storms are starting, enough to get us some hail. Then we're going to see those continue and maybe even intensify just a touch into the southeast by Thursday afternoon, when we continue to see that risk and potentially see that cold front pick up a little bit of steam. So here's your risk for tomorrow. Not a ton going on for tomorrow evening into the overnight hours. If you guys are in Fort Smith, all the way up into Paducah, got a low-end chance of $1/4 to $1/2 sized hail for you guys with that little storm cluster that's expected to track up that way. Gonna look pretty similar for your wind and tornado risk, low-end chance on both of those in that same area from that same cluster. But then into Thursday, that's when this line is really expected to gain some steam. There it goes through central Alabama, south and eastern Mississippi once again by noon, tracking eastward, gaining, again, some intensity once it makes its way through Atlanta and through southern Alabama, and then off the east coast by Friday morning. But there is a potential to see all risks possible with that. I'm thinking right now it's primarily going to be wind and tornadoes, but there is a potential to see some larger hail on the southern end of this risk area. But if you guys are anywhere from Kentucky all the way down into the Florida Panhandle, along that line, there is a potential to see some severe weather picking up on your Thursday. Another long day for the south and east. So we'll let you guys know what to expect as we get closer to it. But that's what we have for today. So if you guys want to follow us, you can get us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video. Smash that subscribe button everywhere else. And then if you want to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245. You can also email us at info@hailtrace.com or check out hailtrace.com for more details. And we'll keep you updated and advised as always. But for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.